guess, X, if you're listening, you can start recording. Oh, yeah, it's being recorded. Cool. All right. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to I guess, the Wi-Fi hacking with the ESP-32 workshop. Not a whole lot of people today, but let's get rolling. So our agenda for today is essentially we'll go over some like common Wi-Fi attacks and sort of the theory behind it. And then we'll talk about ESP-32s, and then once that's over with, we will do like hands-on stuff. Show you guys how to download the toolchain for the ESP-32. There's also some source code that you guys will compile and flash onto the boards. And essentially, towards the end, hopefully, what we'll get working is like putting the ESP-32 into monitor mode to sniff out wireless packets, and you can sort of see what's going on in the network. Okay, so I guess Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi is actually a family of wireless protocols for sort of enabling local networking. There's actually multiple versions. And they're all referred to as IEEE 802.11. And essentially, yeah, there's the different versions or the different letters. There's BAG, Wi-Fi 1, 2, 3, and there's Wi-Fi 4 is N, Wi-Fi 5 is AC, and then it goes on. And so essentially what matters for us is that the ESP32S3, which is the board that we have, it supports up to Wi-Fi 4, which is 802.11n. So, and it supports all the prior protocols. So I guess common Wi-Fi attacks. I guess like one, it's not exactly attacks. It's just very techniques to mess around with Wi-Fi, and sort of the multi-tool is just packet sniffing. You can monitor the air for packets and essentially spy on unencrypted data being sent, and that's what we will be demonstrating today. And some other, I guess, things that we might actually go over in following workshops is essentially setting up a rogue access point or even twin attack, and that's actually where you set up a fake hotspot with the same name as the hotspot you're trying to emulate, and you can intercept traffic that way, sort of trick people into connecting to your hotspot instead of that hotspot, and then you can intercept all the stuff going through. And this is actually most vulnerable are those free Wi-Fi networks without a password, because anyone can set up a network like that and mimic it. There's no authentication going on. Another attack is essentially a deauthentication attack, which is actually a technique where you send a deauthentication packet to a device that essentially is meant to signal as, hey, you've been disconnected from the Wi-Fi network. And all you need to know about it is actually the victim's MAC address. And so essentially you'll mimic an access point sending a deauthentication attack back to like a client or a laptop, and they will disconnect from Wi-Fi. And fun fact about that is that the FCC actually previously fined numerous hotels for doing that sort of attack against their clients to prevent them from setting up mobile hotspots and instead forcing them to connect to hotel Wi-Fi. So onto the ESP32. The reason why we're sort of using it is because it's a very low cost board, and it has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth built in, and you can sort of program it to do almost anything within those boundaries. And one of the things is enabling promiscuous mode on its Wi-Fi chip, which essentially puts it into a mode where it reads all the incoming packets like sent over the air, and essentially, yeah. And the main tool we'll be using today is Wireshark, which is a kind of a very sort of big tool to capture and inspect like no traffic of all forms. And so, yeah, in the meantime, if you guys can download that, if you haven't already, that would like speed things up for later. And yeah, and we will be compiling the firmware for the ESP32 using Rust. So I guess we can sort of pause the presentation for now until people are sort of done with the steps. Yeah, if you could run those commands. It's still going to take people time to set up. That's But this shouldn't take that long. This is like it's just the repo. And then yeah, and the last step actually is where you need to plug in the ESP. And you might need to use the other port. Yeah, you might need to use the right one. We'll experiment a bit, but the right one works for me. Like, and Max might run into issues on that end. I know it'll work for him, but we'll see if like try that command. If you get errors, we'll troubleshoot. That's sort of the thing about these workshops is that device specific.
I got ESP.
ESP.
Yeah, fix.
I found out what to do.
Yeah, some things. What if you app and like search over ESP flash?
ESP flash install, ESP update.
ESP update. No. Oh, someone left for me.
ESP up.
What if you install lib OpenSSL dev in Ubuntu? Or it might just be OpenSSL dev. I don't know if they're really different. Or yeah, just
OpenSSL.
you might need the headers. How we doing?
I'm getting a compiler error.
Right, let's see.
So it's
Yeah. So you will need to run dot home/ESP. Save now. So there should have made the export ESP. Yeah. Export ESP on the site. And then try that again. Yeah, I forgot to put that in the slides. But ESP up tells you you need to run that before compiling things.
it says select record.
Yeah, and I think either one should work. You can type this. So that happens. Right. So try plugging it into the other port because I actually went into that. And this is an M1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Never running.
Yeah. Try running it again.
It's in command.
Yeah.
So replace with these two.
Okay, so I'm gonna send a link in the hardware group channel, linking to a driver page for the USB to UART adapter the board uses.
Okay.
And because I had the exact same thing happen to me. So I spent all day yesterday being ahead of why. So here's the link. It's in hardware group general. And yeah, then I can help you with them following that.
Dude, it's- oh, yeah.
Did you post it in hardware channel?
Yeah, hardware group general.
Can't seem to find it.
You might need the hardware group role, actually.
Okay.
I think there's um
There you go.
cool.
Yeah.
Next steps. This shouldn't take too long either. We'll compile the extension. So from the ESP how folder, you want to run those commands. I guess since you both have Macs, I can also show where that extension folder lives as well inside of our shark. Where you guys at?
Mine did.
You might also need the
Oh.
I sense in hardware group general. That's the thing I was fucking struggling with all day yesterday. sure. This up. This just to get it on video. We see stuff coming through. While you guys are doing that, I am curious because I haven't tested this yet. Like, try connecting to. There's a Wi-Fi network called ESP Wi-Fi, and it's running off of that board. And I'm curious what will happen on. I wonder what will happen if we click and try to see if it connect to that network, because we, in theory, should be able to see traffic happen over the packets network. Well, let's look back in the packets and see if it happens. So actually, fun fact here is that if you see over here, you see a probe request for SSID SFO free Wi-Fi. So that means that one of you guys here in this room has SFO free Wi-Fi saved as a network on your device. And we just captured it like that. What else is interesting here?
Yeah, it's not.
I think this was actually one of you guys, the HCP of the ESP Wi-Fi. It's actually kind of broken because the Wi-Fi functionality of that is like you have to actually configure stuff yourself. So can you help now?
It's able to recognize USB device.
Try the left port.
The COM port.
Yeah, the COM port. The COM port's the one that it actually looks on the other port now.
Can you explain how it's like picking up that SS information? Like, is that cached somewhere on the device?
So your device has a list of saved networks, and when it gets disconnected from Wi-Fi, what it does is it tries to, find any of your saved networks to connect you to. And so it sends out a probe request asking, hey, does this exist?
Okay.
Actually, I think at DEF CON, they were messing around with that. But that's why they said at DEF CON to not let everything auto connect to the networks, because essentially a malicious person can actually see your device emitting those probe requests and then immediately spoof an AP to get you connected to it automatically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So your device is like, when it's disconnected, it's sending those probes out, and if someone catches those, they
Yeah.
tend to be one of those.
yeah. It's like, oh, you're looking for SFO free Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's actually me. That's actually
Okay.
so.
Yeah.
Because especially with SFO free Wi-Fi, that's free Wi-Fi. It doesn't have a password, so you'll just auto connect to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't actually run traffic through that, or can like if we like go to Google and it'll show up in the
So let's try it. I don't know. I don't think Google will work, but um, let's try it on. Because the thing about these two weapons I have is one is they're both screen sharing, and if I connect to the USB Wi-Fi, it'll pick me up. But I am. But let's actually try it on yours if you don't mind. Let's try connecting to USB Wi-Fi, and there's a web page that you can actually load in theory from that network.
for me.
But you will need to actually manually configure your like IP address on the network. So if you go to settings, we'll actually first connect to ESP Wi-Fi. It might take a little while. So I think it sort of did it. Let's press the details up here. Yeah. Press the details and then go to TCP IP and then configure IPv4, set that to be manual. And then for your IP address, type like 192.168.2. I don't know, 50. 168.2. Like, I don't know, 50. And then router for the router field. No, IPv6, it doesn't matter. For router, type in 192.168.2.1. That one. Yeah, and then press OK. And then so now try going to a web browser and opening up 192.168.2.1 colon 8080 to 2.1 colon 80. Yep. No internet. Okay, so give that a couple of tries because in theory it should work. Let's try this. Let's try disconnecting and reconnecting to ESP Wi-Fi. Because this is the thing that's like a little iffy about it. Because I've actually tried like doing that myself, and I did get the webpage to load at one point. The webpage should actually look like I still have it pulled up. Do I have it pulled up? I can't see with like the zoom overlay. I actually can't see this overlay. There we go. This is what the web page should look like. Well, so that's about it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they move closer. Or I can actually move closer. I can try moving closer. Because this thing is like not that powerful in terms of far reaching.
Yeah.
Let's try it like this. And then Oh, we're seeing some TCP packets. Hold on. Now, what's that TCP thing say? Now, TCP is what we should be seeing actually, because TCP should be in the stuff. IPv6. Okay, no, it wouldn't be IPv6 though.
Yeah.
Still no dice.
I tried forgetting it and then coming back home, but nothing.
Okay. What if we hold down the Option key and then press the Wi-Fi icon? Hold down Option and press the Wi-Fi icon. What's it say? IP address 168.250, 168.2.1. Okay. That should be how it works. Hmm. What if I just unplug and unplug this? Let's just try that. Because it's been on for a while. Who knows? Let's try now. If we're even on and off again. Should have actually kicked you off the network if I did that. I think I have. Oh, that was a screenshot. I can actually pick up you connecting to the ESP Wi-Fi network. I believe it was something here. It was might have been these frames, the Apple scenery. I think that was you.
Yeah.
Because the MAC address for the ESP Wi-Fi seems to be 42F5. And then your computer sends an up announcement for, interesting. Okay, you know what? I think the slideshow is done with. So I'll stop sharing on this and then we'll try, and I'll actually disconnect from here. Gonna reclaim one of the laptops. I'm going to try to. This laptop is still connected. It's still screen transient. It's still sitting out the line. This laptop's going to try connecting to this Wi-Fi. The work periods on the laptop. Standard query response, Nicholas is not prepared. And the thing about monitor mode is that the reason we're using ESP-32s is because the thing about putting something in monitor mode is you can't actually have it connected to a Wi-Fi network in the meantime. Because you can actually sniff out Wi-Fi packets with just your loud laptop as well, being connected to whatever access point you are. Because that's like the most basic, like Wireshark use case is just saying where your computers can communicate with, and it can actually like since you're connected into your computer, you can see where all the packets are being sent to, like what IPs and whatnot. But this is like the lower layer. So okay. So you see the ARP announcement for 192.168.2.34.
Yeah.
That was me entering that as the IP when I was configuring it manually.
Okay.
And it sends an announcement being like, hey, I'm this. So let's try opening up that webpage. TCP retransmission now. And that was the extent from 192.168.2.1 to 192.168.2.34. 2.334 is my computer. So we actually see network traffic going on here. That we're spying on. And it was this laptop and not this laptop. So we are seeing stuff happen. And the reason why we're seeing just the stuff happening inside of this room being transmitted and not like whatever else on like EV room and whatnot is because these boards have an older Wi-Fi adapter. They're only up to Wi-Fi 4. And by now, most modern devices use like Wi-Fi 5 or Wi-Fi 6. So it simply cannot pick up on those.
Your devices like this that can pick up Wi-Fi 5 and 6?
Yeah, actually, newer ESP-32s can. And also, like if you're actually dedicated to sniffing out Wi-Fi packets, there's like dedicated Wi-Fi adapters. That well, actually, technically, you can do it with like most Wi-Fi adapters that support like monitor mode or promiscuous mode. But there's definitely like some that are like favored by like hackers and whatnot because of what I assume is just good drivers. So
Yeah.
Yeah, the ESP-32 is just a jack of all trades, and this is one of the things it also can do. Also, I am curious. Can I search? What is it? Can I search text? Can I search slug? Oh, packet contain that string. Okay.
Wouldn't it have to be like lowercase since Wireshark doesn't allow lowercase?
No, I'm trying to see if I can actually see the HTTP text being sent.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look. TTP. Oh, TTP. Speed transmission. That's the thing. Let's dissect these because this was neat.
Yeah. So I was sending a packet back.
Security not. I'm curious if I can actually see the data being sent over to just as intercepted like this. But
Should look at the syncac packet since it's resending. It's sending the data along with that.
the syntax.
Yes.
It's not recently. Because all these packets are small. Yeah. All these packets are quite small and kind of hard to refresh this page. Still loading. Another device on the network is using your computer's IP address. That is odd. Okay. Okay, we'll put using a different one here. Yes, I'm like almost positive that's the bug, but that's yes. No, I'm reloading it on this end, and I actually am not seeing things.
Figure caching.
I am actually far reloading every time.
Okay.
Oh, TCP.
There we go.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, issues.
You should get HTTP line? Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. Oh, see
The
this.
request. There we go.
There's the request.
Yeah.
And then we can see stuff. And this did not originate from this computer. For eavesdropping, it's no, did it? No, you see a response. My question. Maybe not.
You filter out like HTTP. Let's see here again.
Oh, you could just pass a bunch of. I think you might be in a problem searching. I think it's filtered by protocol. Protocol can only be sorted with 1/10,000 or fewer visible rows. Okay. I just filter by protocol. I'm also new that Wireshark.
Okay, you just type it like so. Apply display filter up there.
Oh, so I have filter. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, because it still said string.
There we go.
So we only sent a request.
So we only see this.
But we didn't get the response back.
And I find both
Yeah, but you have to do like a logical order.
or then the logical is
It's like dash dash
that's that.
or like
What is the
vertical dashes.
pipe? Okay. TCP. There we go. Cool. Now let's see the stuff that matters. I mean, one thing I am seeing is I'm fairly certain it doesn't pick up everything 100%.
No,
Yeah.
it's only getting the request or it's only sending the request.
Oops, and stuff.
Then it like and ended the connection with that synapse. Then then that computer acknowledged it and closed the TCP connection.
Yeah.
but that was about it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to intercept the HTTP response because I'm like, because this get HTTP we got lucky with, I feel like. Because I've been sending out multiple gets, but this get, like intercepting this get is significant. I guess one thing we're finding out is maybe this thing is just slow, but that could also be it.
Yeah.
Because in terms of like compute, it's like, okay, let's not too many. Now we actually can spy on DNS going on. Let me actually make a DNS thing to a custom site, and let me see if it will show here. Because spying on DNS for resolve room requests is also significant because you can see what websites someone might be visiting.
Mhm.
And let's look up. Let's look up. Use this. Oh, what's this? It's not moving. Well, these aren't the queries I'm making. So
Yeah.
I'm making like manual queries using lookup. Oh, see, standard query, ucsc.edu. That was me. Let's do, what's this? What the fuck is that? Do slug sec. Is stuff. Well, that's not even valid domain, but that doesn't prevent us from sending that stuff.
Spotify.
You know, I'll think about that Spotify thing. I don't even have Spotify.
Yeah,
The app is not running. Well, I guess something not getting done. Oh, it's good.
You're doing
Okay.
people sizing things.
Not 8 of 11. Yeah. Uh, it doesn't seem to be.
what are you trying to search up?
Trying to filter it to not be okay. I think it's IEEE 8 of 11 here actually.
Yeah.
Trying to filter it so it's not. I mean, actually, well, that does not work. Okay. No, I don't think the filter Wireshark is. I think it might be called under IEEE, but
I
I also
think-
don't see it.
I think you do like equals. It's like IE.
Hmm?
It's like where you were putting not equals.
Oh, I feel like a protocol doesn't equal.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. Like the actual protocol and stuff.
Well, what's this field called? Like, can I just make it so this field doesn't gets filtered out if it's equal to the string? Is that allowed or?
It's weird because it has to have like an actual protocol name. So like
I mean, the protocol is
is that
IEEE 802.11. It's just that Wireshark has a strange way of naming it because I know in the actually in the code for this extension, I have to. I think I have to pick a type. I think it's fine for now. I think we need to do DNS on TCP for this port. I guess I don't know how long do we want to get this going? 'Cause I guess everyone's got it to work.
Looks like the application of this, like how we utilize this packet center, and like what situations, and like what's the like legality of the situation.
I mean, I don't know about the legality. I'm not a lawyer, but it's not illegal. I think it's more of what you do with it that is illegal. This packet sniffing by itself is, in theory, like they're not hurting anyone. I suppose it's in the same sort of legal gray area as port scan. Like unauthorized port scanning is like, oh, like, it's a little illegal, but like, oh, but the application of this is, I suppose if you're troubleshooting network issues, you would utilize a tool like such as this. But I guess more often you'd be doing something naughty. Because using this, you can figure out a lot of things, like sort of what website is something like DNS we're resolving to that gives you a hint. Sort of what network, like the probe that we saw earlier with someone probing for SFO-free Wi-Fi, we can use that to intercept and potentially make a rogue network and get them to auto connect to it.
So in order to connect to the web server that you were hosting, you had to be, well, the web server wasn't actually configured right now, so it wasn't actually receiving any requests. But if you were to actually like set up a web server, and let's say you were just running normal HTTP server, you would be able to see like the communication between the server and like another device using the USB, right?
Yeah. Well, in theory, actually, it looks like the ESP can intercept HTTP stuff going on, because we actually got a packet right here. But from the looks of it, it's not great at it, because I think it's missing a lot of the packets that are being sent. Because I did try reloading this a million times, and so far loading up the one yet. But I know it's making this GET request numerous times. I guess what you can do is you can set up a rogue AP. And then with that, knowing that there's devices in the area that are probing for some unsecured networks, you can set up an AP to mimic that same SSID, send the deauthentication packet to that device, have it connect to your rogue AP, and then have the rogue AP actually be connected to the internet. But what you could do is intercept a DNS packet and actually just send back one pointing to your own server. There's numerous technologies in place nowadays to prevent this, like DNS over HTTPS, alleviates that because the DNS query is encrypted. But yeah, we're talking unencrypted things. That's the full vulnerability there.
So hypothetically, if you were to capture like an HTTPS packet over using ESP, you would just be able to crack it, right? Decrypt it, and then you could look at maybe perhaps the DNS.
Well, HTTPS is secure. it's like you would have a very hard time intercepting that over the Wi-Fi network. Um,
Like intercepting the packet or decrypting the packet?
well, both. I mean, if it's encrypted, like you wouldn't
I see.
like HTTPS exists to sort of prevent that from going on. But DNS is still mostly unencrypted everywhere because DNS over HTTPS is a very recent thing. And like in the deauthentication packet, actually there also is a 802.11w does prevent that from happening, but yeah, like I would say there's still like a very sort of real, I guess, chance that it would work. As simply as that.
Okay.
I guess we can start wrapping up. Oh no, are you still working, Kendall?
Oh, no.
No, working
People want to keep.
the boards. I mean, okay, the board's like,
People use it.
we're using them for future workshops. And we're gonna have more people in soon. They're pretty,
Like if one wanted to experiment with some of these, what is like the correct application or scenario that you can use them in? Like where you wouldn't get in legal trouble? Like intercepting like your own packets?
I mean, yeah, intercepting your own packets, you won't get in legal trouble. Like, setting it up on your own home network, like, you won't get in legal trouble. Like, I wouldn't worry about legal trouble unless you're actively harming someone else without the consent.
Mhm.
So, yeah, like, the act, like the illegal, like, okay, I'm not a lawyer. So, but like if you're using it on your devices on your network, there's like it's all your stuff. There's no, like, I would not worry.
Okay. So much.
So when you're looking for like a microcontroller to serve as a like in a like a packet sniffer, right?
Yeah.
What would you be like? What features would you be typically looking for? Like what qualities of the microcontroller typically need to have?
What people use for packet sniffing actually isn't necessarily microcontrollers. There's specific Wi-Fi adapters that people buy specifically for the purpose of Wi-Fi sniffing. I don't have any names at the top of my head, but if you Google it, like, there's gonna be some results. But like if I was buying a microcontroller to use for that, I would actually find a newer one that can support Wi-Fi 5 and Wi-Fi 6. Because like we're sniffing out the Wi-Fi port and we're not sniffing money.
Yeah, I get that. Have you ever done like RF hacking in the past?
I've tried. I got the for zero right here. I've messed around with that a bit. But yeah, no, I'm nowhere near the expert on this.
Okay.
Honestly, like the thing I showed here, like I was figuring it out all of it yesterday. So
So if we had a Wi-Fi 5